physicist Michio Kaku joins us. Physics of the future, the world in 2100. What will it look like? By the way, take a moment, say a prayer for a friend of ours, Bill Handel from KFI here in Los Angeles. He will have open heart surgery Friday morning. He's going to have a valve replaced. A little prayer. Here's what's happening. Japanese engineers are frantically trying to avert a catastrophe, a release of more radiation from a crippled nuclear power plant north of Tokyo. But the United States said it could take weeks to cool the facility's overheating fuel rods. Officials said they hope they fix a power cable to at least 2 of the 6 reactors in hope of restarting water pumps they were preparing to douse with water from the fire trucks as well. Federal health officials say people in the United States should not take any precautionary measures against possible exposure to radiation from Japan beyond being fully informed. The Nuclear Regulatory Commission does not expect high levels of radiation, they say, to reach Hawaii, Alaska, U.S. territories in the Pacific or the western coast of the United States. The president's remarks, the latest official response to the fears of radiation from the crippled Japanese plant. U.S. Surgeon General Regina Benjamin's office also backtracked a little bit on a statement she made earlier this week that buying potassium iodide was a precaution. Benjamin made the comment, setting up warnings from state health officials that the pills can harm people with certain medical conditions. In an email Thursday, a spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services said it's important to know that the Surgeon General clarified that there's no need to take potassium iodide and that there are no harmful doses of radiation expected in the United States. But as the demand spikes for potassium iodide in the wake of Japan's nuclear crisis, U.S. Poison Control Centers are now starting to receive reports of illness in people who've ingested the drug aimed at protecting them against radiation sickness. So far, at least 7 people have reported reactions to the drug, including 2 who said they were suffering from serious symptoms, including vomiting, racing heart, dizziness, or vertigo. In a moment, we'll talk with Dr. John Apsley about this and radiation. Well, the world's 7 major industrial nations have agreed to intervene in currency markets to help the earthquake-stricken Japan. So much so, the markets went up. Here's Catherine Austin Fitz. We're going to check in with her on this one. Can they save the Japanese market and the Japanese economy, Catherine?
Well, certainly Japan can offset the effects, George. Part of what they're doing in the currency markets is we're in danger of seeing the yen carry trade unwind, and that's more about saving the United States and other countries than Japan, because Japan has been an enormous source of loans that are part of what's been bolstering the commodities, precious metals, and oil prices. And if the yen carry trade unwinds, that's a real shift in the economy, and it's part of what brought the crash in the markets in 2008. So this is not just about saving Japan, this is about saving everybody.
Well, let's hope they can pull this off. Catherine, thanks so much. Catherine's website, part of our Twitter feed at CoasttoCoastAM.com. A shortage of parts from Japan will now force General Motors to halt production at its pickup plant in Shreveport, Louisiana next week. It's the first time a U.S.-based automaker will stop production in North America over parts shortages caused by the earthquake and tsunami in Japan. Already, Toyota and Subaru have already slowed North American production to conserve parts that they normally import from that nation. Honda recalling Civics and Odysseys over fuel wipers, by the way. If you've got one of the vehicles, you'll find out soon enough. One earthquake leads to another, and California may be the next in line for a devastating earthquake. most commonly recognized of the patron saints of Ireland, and who other than Dr. Bob Curran, noted author, man made of monsters, zombies, you name it. He's on with me here. So how do they celebrate St. Paddy's Day in Ireland, Bob?
Well, George, there's been a lot of massive street parties, and sometimes in Belfast, I'm here in the north.
Who gives a shit?
So, a lot